Video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I went on to the Golden Tips Tea website to purchase my first Indian chai tea, and I was a bit taken aback by the number of options. And so I did get two different kinds. I got the ginger MASTEA, and then I got the spicy masala mix. They did have a few other options, but these were the two that I thought that I probably prefer. It is important to note that I started my chai journey years ago with Kenyan chai tea, which of course is Indian tea, and I think maybe it's a little different. But this is a bag that I purchased while in Kenya, actually. And as you can see, it's like very ground up, very instant tea like. Very peppery, but honestly, I don't know what the ingredients are. And so yeah, so I've been drinking chai for many years now. Usually, you know, when I go to relatives' homes or something like that, they'll always brew chai for me. And I never, you know, I never knew what was actually in it, other than the fact that it was sweet, it was milky, and it had a bit of spice. And of course, because of my experience with Darjeelings, I fully understood where that Indian Asamaka tea flavor comes from. And so what I want to do today is just figure out exactly what the big differences are between these. I can tell you right now, as far as the smell from the store-bought Kenyan stuff to the Indian stuff, the spicy masala blend is much sweeter and not as peppery as the Kenyan stuff. And then the ginger one, about the same as the spicy mix. However, I think this one is a bit more gingery, you know. So another thing too that I've been playing around with for quite some time now is the best way to go about brewing chai. Now, I spoke with my Kenyan friends, and watching them do it, you know, for years. I've always brewed the tea in the milk, but I wanted to do something different today because whenever I brew the tea in the milk, it is always messy because I overbrew the milk and it spills everywhere, and it's a problem. I went online to look at some instructions, and I think this came from the Golden Tips website, but they suggested water plus milk on the stove and brewing the tea that way. But for some reason, mentally, I cannot see adding water and milk together and then brewing the tea, although it makes 100% sense. You know, it makes sense to do it that way. I can't see it doing it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to brew the tea in boiling hot water. I'm going to add just enough water to these vessels here. Oh, you know what? And I don't know which is which. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely the ginger, no question. And then this is the spicy. And then too, they put the ingredients on here. So the spicy has cardamom, cinnamon, clove, ginger, bay leaves, which is interesting. And then the ginger one has cinnamon, green cardamom, cloves, and then dry ginger. Not sure what the difference is between ginger or dry ginger. But what I really like about having these ingredients on the packages is that, knowing me, one day I may want to try making my own chai mix, especially because I can then really pinpoint, you know, the type of Darjeeling black tea that I want to add to my mix. I did a tablespoonful of condensed milk. This is what I use for my chai, for my my matcha, even let me think. Yeah, just to try anything that I add milk to. Boba, I always use condensed milk, which is really nothing more than milk and sugar, but for me it does something to, I think, to add to the creaminess and texture of the drink. So anyway, also bought a measuring cup because I'm going to be doing just a cup of milk for each of these, and I'm going to add, like I said, just enough water to cover the tea, and I'm going to let it steep as long as I possibly can. Usually, like I said, I do this stuff on the stove and I cook it just really hard, and just get as much as I can out of this. Wet leaf smells awesome. Man, it smells so good. But you know what? I prefer the smell of the spicy to the ginger. I'm not sure what the difference is. I think the spicy has the bay leaves in it, and so I think maybe those bay leaves are just doing wonders for the aroma. Alright, while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna pour up the milk, and I really don't know if a cup is too much. Kind of seems like too much. You know what? I'm just gonna do half a cup just to try this out. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna then add the tea to the milk. Like I said, it's my first time doing it this way, but I think that this can actually come out a bit better. It's gonna be less messy, and I'm really excited to see the color change of adding the tea to the milk. Now, of course, one issue with this is that the condensed milk really won't get a chance to dissolve much in the milk because the milk is cold. But I think if I stir it really good, maybe once I add the hot tea to it, it'll dissolve well enough to give me what I'm looking for. One thing I was concerned about was the tea expanding in the water. I was worried I was going to have to add more water, but it looks like we're okay. And so I'm gonna let that steep, like I said, just as long as possible. Yeah, I mean the ginger MASTEA or whatever that is, it does smell really good, but that spicy masala really takes the cake. It really does. Now you can't really see it, but yeah, it smells really good. It smells like Indian food. It really does. That is nice. And it looks like I can add just a little bit more water to it, but everything is submerged, so I'm gonna hold off adding water if I don't have to. And I'm gonna give it just a little bit longer, just to make sure that I'm getting everything that I can get out of the leaves and all of the herbs and spices that's in here. Liquor is turning fairly dark now. But yeah, I'm excited. It's truly a practice in patience. Keep the milk stirred up. I think the condensed milk actually dissolved pretty good. Alright, so let's pour this off and let's see what we get here. Oh, that looks really thick and like a reddish brown coming out. Yeah, I'm really glad that I went with half a cup. I think if I wanted it stronger, I can probably do a fourth of a cup, actually. Yeah, it smells really good. It's one of those teas that you can just sit and sniff for some time. All right, now let's pour off the spicy masala. This one doesn't seem as dark, actually. And I don't know if it's the vessel that I'm using, but there we go. Get more liquid out of that. Yeah, it didn't come out as dark. Alright. Now, stir these and see how dark I can get them, because that's the main thing. I like a really strong chai. And definitely I don't know, it came out to be about the same. So yeah, next time I know better. About a quarter cup of milk. So this is the, oh shoot, I forget. This is the spicy. Yeah, it's the spicy, and that's the ginger. So yeah, about the same color. See, we got a difference in taste. Good. I'm gonna say experiment went horribly wrong. It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough. So I definitely need to do something like a quarter cup of milk on the next go around. And maybe, you know, maybe this new way of brewing is just not gonna work, you know. It's definitely less messier for sure, safer and everything, but I'm not getting like a strong chai. So yep, try again.